Hello there, welcome to the Man Up Podcast, episode 14. I'm a little bit late, but Happy New Year to you all. First podcast of the year. As you can see, I'm in my car, driving, your hands free, so we're going to do it here. This seems to be the place that I actually get to fit stuff in. Thinking and obviously recording the podcast is key. I'm on my way down to South Wales, where I'm there for an all-week conference from tomorrow onwards. I'm driving down today, going to work from there tonight, and then I'll be there all week. Hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. Mine was very family orientated, a lot of miles put in, so I did a lot of mileage driving and visiting friends, family and that, but loved every minute of it. A lot of time with the kids, a lot of time just family, which is what Christmas is all about. It's key. So back to it now. January is always a busy month for us and for me, from every aspect of the businesses, from the holiday park to the security to the ends, and then we gonna very excited. We talk to you about a new venture that we're launching. Me and a business partner launching very soon. So yeah, a great start to the month. We're halfway through. We're on the 15th as recording this. So hope you guys have had a good start. You've finally taken your Christmas decks down. You got rid of all your unwanted. Chocolate and stuff after Christmas, and we managed to kick start. So today I'm going to talk to you about having 3 areas to work on. Now, it's January, so some of you might expect me to jump on and talk about New Year's resolutions, and I'm not a massive fan of them because everybody says they're going to do them, they never do. What I have done in the last 2 years that's worked, and what I'm doing a bit now, is 3 areas that I need to work on in 2024. So and then those areas I'll have mini goals for them, and we'll see where we go. The reason I think that's important is a New Year's resolution is normally a January thing. Now, you might be doing dry January, you might be going, I'm going to lose weight, you might be going, I'm going to get a new job. That's fine, and that's great, but how often do you set a New Year's resolution and you don't stick to it? That's the funny thing. I'm going to lose weight this year. My 3, and I'll touch you on my 3 and how important they are to me, are specific to me. They're specific to my goals, and they're specific to 2024. So the reason you need them is everybody needs something to work towards. So if you go into every day and every year and every month with no destination, then you're just doing the same old thing. And do you know what? I'm not going to say anything. That might be the right thing for some people. Some people might enjoy doing the same thing. They're happy, they're content. Not everybody needs to change their life around. But the way I look at it is, if I've got a destination or goal or whatever you want to call it, it works better on my mental health. I put a routine in place, and as you know, those listening, routine's key to me. I need to know, I diarize everything. I need to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing, that sort of stuff. So that's it. So I think you need to take some time, and the reason I've taken to the 15th of the podcast is because I spent the first 2 weeks while I was back in work and doing other stuff, really looking at what's important to me and what am I going to focus on in 2024. Now, the first thing I'm going to focus on, and I know a lot of you are probably going to think he's going to say lose weight. Yeah, I'm a fat man. We all know that. Not as fat as I once was, not as skinny as I once was, somewhere in between. But the reason I say that is because that's what everybody's goal is when they're a little bit overweight. Mine's not. Mine's to work on my health. Now, not so much my weight, but my health in general. So I'm doing a challenge this every day at the moment to try and get 10,000 steps in. Not easy because I do a lot of driving, I do a lot of meetings. I've turned some of my meetings into walk and talks, which really help. So that's really key for me. But my health in general, so those that you'll know me well will know that I like to gym, but I'm inconsistent with it because it just gets put back. But I also like a beer. Those you know me well knows I like a beer. I'm a social drinker. Football, rugby, whatever it is, a few beers. And not to the extent that I have to have it. I'm not alcoholic, but I like a beer. So I'm looking at, I didn't want to do dry January. I don't want to not drink at all, but I am going to reduce the amount I'm drinking. Those of you who know me as well, is I'm a very snacky eater, so I always eat on the go. So, you know, when I had proper base, and at the moment I'm nearly never had a proper base, you know, when I have the kids, then I cook a lot, and I enjoy to cook. But when I'm on the go a lot, I will stop in the McDonald's, I'll stop in the shop, I'll stop in the services, and I'll just snack and go. And if I'm in a hotel, I'll order a takeaway, or if I've had a long drive and I can't bother to cook now, you know, and I've got an air fryer and I've got all that sort of stuff that, you know, and I love to cook. It's just I'm in the habit of eating takeaways, which is not great, because it's convenience, and we're all in a habit of convenience, aren't we? So I'm going to cut them down, and I'm going to cook more homegrown food, or not homegrown food, home cooked food. I'm going to cook them, so that's going to help me with my health. I'm going to walk a lot more. That's going to help me with my health. I'm going to start my early morning again. It's all part of my health. So I was at my peak business, personal, when I was starting my day at 4:35 a.m. Now, the problem you've got with that is if you're in a certain relationship, and I've been in a couple of relationships where your partner doesn't understand why you do it, and I've had this in probably 2 or 3 of mine, then it becomes difficult, because then you don't want to upset them, so you want to stay in bed with them, and then, you know, then you're getting up. And I hate getting up anytime and then having to go straight to work. So then my routine's gone. So what my peak was when I was probably COVID, actually. And there's a video, if you go back and listen to the COVID, how COVID's in my life video, you'll see that COVID was very important to me, and how it really going back on track, and I was at my physical peakness since playing rugby, and, you know, my mental strength was good. If I can start my day between 4:30 and 5, I get up, I go for a walk, I come back, I do some meditating, I'll journal if I haven't done it the night before. I will, on top of journaling, then I'll do a home workout. So if I don't get to the gym, I'll do 30-40 minutes. And if you look back on the YouTube, you'll see I used to put my home workouts up and let people do them with me. Not because I wasn't teaching the home workout. I would put it on YouTube, or I'd zoom into somebody's class, and then I would do it. You would see me doing it. You know, it's all part of that sort of thing. Then I had breakfast, you know, and then by 7 o'clock, I'd done all that stuff, and then bang, let's get my work out of the way. So then between 7 and 8, bang, let's get my emails done, let's set myself up for the day, let's see where I'm going to go, what have I got on today, that sort of stuff. Boom, quick shower, out the door by 20 past 8, bang, my day's ready. So before anybody even gets into the office, or I even see anybody, I've already done 3.5, 4 hours, and I'm ahead. But I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling funky. I slept better because I was up earlier, so I'd be in bed by about 10, 11, sleep through. You know, I was drinking more water. That's what I'm going to do to help my life. I'm going to start with, there's a great book out there, and I'll put a link in the comments, called Miracle Morning. Now, I was at my peak when we did this. That will start again this year. It is difficult sometimes, but, you know, and you don't have to do it every morning. Like, I don't do it. I try and get probably a Sunday where I'll stay into bed till about 7, 8 o'clock sometimes, or if I'm away, because I like, as you guys know, I go to rugby and stuff, I won't do it then. But when it's working time, bang, I'm there. I want to do it, I want to get done. So that's number one. Working on my health is key. That's the first thing. The second thing is I want to build my relationships better. So when I say that, I don't mean I'm going to go to everybody that I've fallen out with, or we don't talk to anymore, and go, let's be friends, let's be friends. That's not it. What I'm saying is, the relationships I've got with people at the moment, I want to make sure they're proper relationships, and they're not come and go relationships. I've just reunited with a friend that I had that really, really helped me through my divorce. His name's Paul Evans. Shout out, Paul. I know you watch these sometimes. He was like my solid backbone when I went through the divorce. Huge, massive. And then COVID hit, and I moved out of the area, and I probably didn't see him I probably seen him once in 3 years. The odd text now and again, you know, but not enough. The last month, we've seen each other probably every week, and it's like old times. And that's made me reignite some stuff of, look, I've got great relationships with my mum, I've got a great relationship with, you know, my sisters, But do I see them enough and spend enough quality time with them, or is it just I can fit you in now, let's go? And it's more that than anything else, and that it hurts me because they're my family. But I'm a busy guy. They're not as busy, so they got more time probably. I probably went through a stage where I was like, well, why don't people come and see me? No one ever visits me. I'm always the one that's driving around visiting other people. But that's a selfish way of thinking. There's certain people I don't speak to anymore that I think I'm gonna just reach out to and maybe reignite some of that stuff. But I'm also gonna get rid of people in my life that don't bring me any value. And that sounds really selfish, right? But as you would have heard on a previous podcast I've done, if someone doesn't bring value to your life and they don't bring positivity, cut them off. And I'm not saying you say to them, me and you can't be friends anymore, go away. No, I'm saying that we literally keep them at arm's length. I am zero negativity this year. Everything has a solution, right? Everything. And when people start saying to me, oh, well, this doesn't work and this doesn't work, then you're going to get a snappy answer from me, because guess what? Negativity's bollocks. And people that are negative in your life need to go. You have to look after yourself before you think about looking after anybody else. You have to look after your health. You have to look after your mental well-being. And if people are in your life and they're dragging you down and making you feel like shit, right, then you have to at some point go, this is not for me anymore. I'm really sorry, but we're going to have to call it a day. I want to keep, or just gradually cut them off. Get them off. I started going for my social media a bit more, and I've cut more negative people out of that. I only want positive quotes. If I'm going to go on social media, which I'm having a bit of a lesser thing from, but it's a massive part of my work, I don't want negative shit on there. I don't want to go on and see someone airing their dirty laundry on there. I want to see positive quotes. So that's number 2. I'm going to build relationships with people. They're going to be meaningful. The people I have in my life, I have a very small circle anyway, so the people in my very small circle are people that I know that would die for me and I would die for them. I trust, this is my outside of my kids. But I've really worked hard on the relationship with my kids right now. I have them every weekend and I try to be present for them. I try not to work as much. So the issue you got with anybody that's with me is in a relationship is my Monday to Thursday are probably 17, 18 hour days, because my Friday, Saturdays and Sunday mornings I want to focus for the kids, and I need people to understand that, because if they don't, if they want to be with me or be in my life, they need to understand that I'll fit you in, of course I will, but I'm a workaholic. People think I'm saying everybody has to be that. It's not. It's just me. I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. My work is my play. I enjoy it. Do you mean the next challenge, and I'll come up into what I'm going to be doing next at the end of the podcast. But yeah, it's having the right people in your life. So re-engaging relationships that you once lost, that you thought actually that could be quite I need that, and getting rid of people in your life that hangers on. People that just I tell you what, that sort of thing. I fell in love with I fell in love with Elvis again. My love for Elvis is massive again, and I lost that at some point because some people in my life didn't think it was cool, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what other people think. Elvis is your thing. You should do it. So that's massive for me as well. And the last thing that I'm going to be working on is a new business. So everybody that knows me knows I like to dip my hand in everything. I've done everything and anything you can think of. But we're just about to launch a new gym concept, which is called Gym for Everyone. We're just about to launch it. It's coming in 2024, and I'm really excited about it. I got people in my life telling me I'm nuts, because it's another thing I'm adding to the already long days and stressful times. But you know what? It wouldn't be me unless I had something else in the pipeline. So 2022 we relaunched the entertainment company. It's really successful. We're doing well. We're delivering a lot of acts across the country. 2023 was all about the holiday park and how I'd say that's our next level, and we're in a great position there as well, and I'm continuing to do that. 2024 gyms. 2023 is where we launched the Man Up podcast back again, after the success of 2020's life bite-sized coaching videos. We launched this. 2023 is going to be massive for this as well, with guests and stuff. We're just finishing off the studio and the studio setup, just finishing off some diary things, and we're going to get some real good people on there. We got some great guests coming on, and I know I've said that for the last 6 months, but I don't want to. It's easy for me to jump in a car right now and have this conversation with you guys, and again, a lot of this is getting stuff out of my head as well. But for me to bring a guest on, whether it's a famous guest or somebody else, I want to make sure it's the right setting, it has to be right. And what I don't want to do, as you guys know, I was a massive fan of Stephen Bartlett. I've had a bit of a words at the moment because I just think he's lost his way in the way he does his podcast. His original podcast was incredible. He'd come on, he'd get stuff out of his head, and then he'd move on. Then he turned it into, how can I get these big celebrities on there? And some of them are great, and some of them are just for the sake of having on there. And I think he's lost the way of the Diary of a CEO a little bit, and I don't want to do that with this. I'm not saying I'm nowhere near as big as he is, but I want this to help people that's going through the same shit I'm going through. Do you know what I mean? And that's another key thing for me, is this year I need some time, because right now I had a bit of a breakdown last week where I just felt like I'm a boss, I'm either a dad, at some points I'm a partner, I'm a son, I'm a brother. I am never ever me. I am never just Lee Davis, ever. I always bounce from one thing to another. I've never just got time to sit and reflect and go, actually, Lee, this is why the miracle morning, the early mornings are going to come in handy, where I can just sit, just be me, just sit and go, wow, look at the shit you've done. And I'm looking at my diary now going, when can I squeeze in some time away? Just me in the middle of nowhere, on my own. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to be a position like a dad or a brother or a boss. I can just be me, and I can get my head together, because I don't get that right now. And that's another key thing for you guys talking about health, is you have to get to a point where you are looking after you. One day a month, you just switch everything off. No phones, no social media, no email, just you. Just get out there and just spend the time with you. And I'm going to try that this year. I'm not saying I'm going to be hugely successful, but I'm going to try it this year, because I think it's going to be a massive, massive thing, if I'm honest. But who knows? The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is why not and what if. So we as humans so often will look at something and go, it won't work. And what we need to get in the habit of doing, and what I do all the time now with any one of my teams, is I go, why not? Why not? Tell me why not. And get them to really dig into the answer. Well, it won't work. Why not? It won't work because we've tried it before. Okay. But what if it does work? Why not? What if? For the biggest words you'd ever ask. Because we have a generationally problem at the moment, sort of, where we are getting so many people give up when times get tough. Oh, it's a bit hard for me. Yeah, and try harder. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've tried. It won't work. Why not? What if it does work? Oh, that business won't work. Why not? I have people say to me, too many gyms out there, it won't work. Why not? Imagine if it does. What if it does work? Then we're giving something to people that's not out there at the moment. Our concept is massively different to anything else that's out there at the moment. And we are going national. We're not, and anybody knows me out there knows that whatever I do, I try and do to the best of my ability. Don't let losing. But why not? Oh, I can't ask that girl out. Why not? Oh, she's going to say no. What if she doesn't? Oh, I can't end my relationship. Why not? Because what if nobody else wants me? But what if they do? Oh, I can't have that difficult conversation with my partner because they're going to get upset. What if they don't? What if they're thinking the same thing? Does that make sense? Why not? What if? They are the biggest things you will ever ask yourself, I promise you. But you have to believe in it. You have to believe that it's the right thing to do and ask. Because if you don't, then yeah, of course, you're going to get crap. You're going to get bullshit. And you're going to be stuck in the same rut. You know, I can't get out of bed today. Why not? My mental health is bad. What if you got up and washed your face? And then what if you just put your clothes on? And then what if you put your shoes on? And then what if you just stepped outside? We are in a generational problem where we baby everybody. My son said to me on the weekend, he played 3 football games. He's a pretty decent footballer now. He's a pretty decent shot stopper. I give him his due credit, right? But my son said to me, we're never going to beat this team. And I went, what? Why not? Why are you not going to beat this team? We've never beat them. Okay? What if you do? How will that feel? You're going to be amazing. Okay? That's what you need to go and tell your team. You need to go and tell your team how amazing it will be if you win. Get the mentality. Guess what? They won 2-1. Do you know the funny thing is, I was watching the game and in my head I'm going, wow, this is going to be 4-5-0 in a minute. My son played pretty well, so they had 17 shots. 17 shots this team had. Scored 1 goal. They had about 14 on target, so he played pretty well. But do you know that's not the success of the game. Wouldn't tell him that, but it's not. Success is the 2 chances that we had. We put them both in the back of the net. So we won 2-1. Against a team that they had never beaten and they've been playing them for 5 years. What if you go out there with a different mentality? What if you get up and you attack the day? What if you get up at 4:30 in the morning, do a workout, go for a walk, have some breakfast? And why not do it? What's the reason? The problem we got is we will always take the easy option. And that is not great. Promise you, I tell you, so just so you guys know before I wrap up for the day, been talking at you now for 22 minutes. We are launching a new gym. It's called Gym for Everyone. It's going to be the biggest gyms you'll see in the UK at the best possible price. I've got experience in doing these before. Those of you know my previous backgrounds. City coming near you. Gym for Everyone. Yeah, excited about it. Excited. The Gym for Everyone coming. We've got 2024 season on the park. We've got guests coming up on the Man Up podcast. We're just revamping the security company with a new logo, a new name. Yeah, and the editing is flying. So we're all going. Have a great week. I will talk to you all next week. Like, subscribe, send me a message. I love seeing what you guys think. Have a great week, and I will see you all soon.